Alright, so here I am back at it. As you saw in the previous video, the bottom of the tub has been Raptor lined, but that has a 2 to 3 day cure time. So in the meantime, I want to make sure I keep progress moving on the TJ, and maybe you guys want to keep seeing some more content. So I can't really do anything with the Raptor right now. I can't lay this down because that needs air to vent off all the fumes and whatnot and keep drying. So instead, I'm going to spend today fluid filming the TJ, the frame, the original frame, I guess, from my TJ. And that is something that if that works out easy enough, I might pull the XJ Covenant around, which is a Cherokee, and the JT Gladiator, which we have not revealed the name yet. Pull that around and spray the bottoms of those because this is a great rust protectant. But with the TJ is where I'm starting, and that will be spraying out the inside of the frame, spraying out the outside of the frame, spraying basically all the stuff that's metal that's exposed to rust with, well, I'll show you. Fluid film. This stuff is lanolin based, so it's actually made from an oil that sheep produce. And they say it kind of smells like pee. I haven't opened the can yet. But I think I should probably open it outside because our basement already stinks from the Raptor. I don't want to add a pee smell to it. The gun I got for it actually looks pretty much identical up to this point. Identical to the Raptor Liner gun. But this one has a longer hose that's flexible, so I can get into the frame and spray around funny angles. Plus, according to Wool Wax, the company that actually makes the gun for specifically for fluid film and now has started creating their own version of fluid film, according to them, this gun is actually valved differently, specifically in a way that helps to spray this stuff. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But I guess that's where I'm at. I got that right there. That comes with the spray gun. Actually, 2 of them came with it. So I'm going to pour some of this in there, drag the compressor outside, and start spraying. Let's get to it. And when I open it up, it looks kind of like toffee or something, so I'm going to mix that up a little bit. That looks a little better. At least it looks somewhat consistent now and fairly fluid. Pouring it should be interesting. I hope it pours alright. We'll find out, but I don't have extra hands to film, so I'll just let you know how that goes. Okay, so right about the time that I stopped that last clip, Greg showed up and we talked for a bit, and then I started spraying and I kind of forgot to start a camera, so I didn't get the most even job, but all I was really trying to do is grease the thing, so everything is thoroughly slimed with grease. Some spots obviously thicker than others, like that. I was trying to use that hole to spray inside in all directions, and that hole specifically is a little bit small for the hose. Some of these bigger ones are a little more useful, like that guy right there, and that guy right there. The bigger ones are more useful. I was able to stick the hose in, wiggle it around, move it around, and make sure I got everything covered. But everything's greased. I did this cross member especially thick because once the gas tank's in there and the bed is, or the tub is on, probably never going to have good access to that again. But that is fluid film. I spent maybe half an hour spraying. They actually say on the can to be careful of, oops, looks like I missed a spot there. To be careful of rubber goods because apparently this can eat away at rubber. So be careful if you're doing this where you're spraying. But I think that should help cut down on any further rust on this vehicle. So I think it's early enough, and I've still got some in my spray bottle here. I've still got up to that line right there. You may be able to see. I don't know. Right there is the line. I've still got that much in there. And I've still got the gallon jug if I need to refill, but I think I may pull around, probably the XJ and see about doing that. So what's the idea behind fluid film and wool wax? Well, if you've ever spent time regularly working under a lot of vehicles, you'll know that vehicles that have oil leaks and other oily fluid leaks, that anywhere that there is oil on the vehicle, on the frame or on the bed of the truck or whatever, anywhere there's oil, there's no rust. Because what it's doing is it's actually sealing out oxygen and salt and water and vapor, water vapor and salt and oxygen, and those are what cause rust. So basically you're taking a clean frame and covering it with an oil that actually is designed specifically to work well at that. So that is what we're doing. I am currently laying under the XJ, getting a game plan going, because I want to keep this thing clean too. You'll notice here, when we first got this thing, the passenger floorboard was rotted out, so we had that replaced. Looks like they put on some kind of anti-rust liner, which fluid film actually says it warns that it can damage anti-rust liners, it can soften them. So I'm going to try to avoid that, but I am going to spray inside the uniframe. And the driver's side, you'll see there, the rockers are starting to rust. Eventually I'm planning to cut those out and build custom rock rails in their place, so that, you know, you break over, say your front tire goes over a rock, the back tire hasn't hit it yet, and the body comes down on it, well, those rock rails will absorb the blow and make sure that everything doesn't crunch. And so I'm eventually going to cut those rockers out. And if you don't know what the rockers are, they are this bit here. I'll show you from the outside. They're this bit here, underneath the door. And you see on the driver's side, they're getting a little rusty. The doors are getting a little rusty. I've got some work to do on this thing. It's solid. All the uniframe is solid, which is getting harder and harder to find on these old XJs. But this definitely does take away from the value of the vehicle, obviously. But it's not like we're trying to sell the thing. We're just trying to use it for the ministry. So I don't know if we've mentioned before, we're keeping this one even though it's a spare vehicle. It will be a backup in case we have breakdowns or whatnot. It'll also be one we can loan out if people want to go wheeling with us or whatnot. If people just need a chance to get away, they can get away with us, whatever, on one of our trips. So that is the goal here. But for now, I need to protect it from getting worse. I'm half tempted at this point to, since there's a hole there anyway, knock that out and stick the nozzle in there and spray all in there to keep that from getting worse until I can actually get these cut out and get the new rock rails in. So that's the plan. I guess I'm going to climb underneath and start spraying. And here is that fluid film after a couple days to sit. So it actually did even out a little bit. It doesn't look quite as weird and goopy as it did when I first sprayed it on. With a little heat, little sun, kind of smoothed out. Still slimy looking, still greasy. But that is the exact purpose of it. So that is fluid film. And back to the broken camera, the broken screen. I think it broke even a little worse, so hopefully this still shows up. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is fluid film. I guess sorry I didn't get any video of doing it on the actual TJ frame where you could see it better. Hopefully some of the film I just shot of doing it on the XJ will show up. As for now, I am not doing the Gladiator. I think I'm done for the day. I just kind of want to get showered up and cleaned up. This stuff's gooey. I dropped the phone. This stuff's gooey, it's sticky, it's stinky. And I'm just going to go be done for the day. So, thanks for watching, y'all. The Lord bless you and keep you.